Hey, so here is Oakley's recap. We got some really good behaviors today, which is amazing for training. So we did our typical, we're on place cot, we're working on impulse control in the lobby. He is getting so much better with this. And I am so excited with some of the pictures that you're sending of working with Leave It at Home. But I've been trying to trigger him with toys and objects that he can have, but he gets really kind of, not necessarily possessive, but really pushy on. So this is where, can we work on not always going for the things that we want to? So not going after the toy, not going after the treats. And for the most part, he's getting a lot better, but this is that practice and reinforcement. Now, one thing to note in this is I did let him have the toy throughout this. So he got to have this toy while we worked because he was going to play the game of, no, you can't have this. So I just ignored it. Okay, fine. You're going to do plays, but you can hold on to your toy in your mouth. I lowered the value of the toy by ignoring it. I pulled out other toys, I pulled other treats, I did other stuff, but he really, really freaking loves this blue stuffy toy that you guys bring. And so I just ignored it. Nope, we're going to leave it alone. And you can see his tail, you can see him excited and wiggly. So when he does have something, instead of chasing him for it, ask him for a place command or ask him to do something and just kind of ignore that he has it there. And he's going to be like, wait, you don't want this? And that's where he drops it, you can reward and pick it up. He's almost like, nope, we're just going to leave it, ignore this. If it's an appropriate thing that kind of lowering the value of whatever he steals, if that makes sense. Now, here, I was trying to film him doing what I call the existential crisis, but basically hold off a treat to the side and see how close you can get without him going for it. I was mean. I used peanut butter. I've done this with other treats with him, but I was just being ruthless on trying to make him go for stuff. So this is where you ask him for, his name, Oakley, and just anytime he looks for the peanut butter, I did orbits around his nose as to how close could I get. This is sped up, and when he does give me eye contact after about 3 to 4 seconds, then I let him have it. Okay, you can have it. And then the next time, how close could I get to it? When I say have fun torturing him, it's stuff like this. Now, this right here is the snippet that I had talked about yesterday for working on releasing the thing that he's not supposed to have. So I'm just messing with him, and I was making fun of him because he kept at the last second, throwing himself on the ground, like a mini tantrum of oh, fine, I'll do this. But this is where I had the toy behind me, and I wasn't intentionally letting him get it. I was trying to basically create the drive of, ooh, I want to steal that thing for you. So he does get it a couple times, but when he does snag it, so in a second he'll snag it, so when he snags it, the idea is that I just, and everything stops until he lets it go. And then, okay, now we can do with the other thing that we want. So I made it a little bit easier so he would go after it. And that's where I just ignored him. Nope, we're not doing this. I gave a little bit of tension on that leash and he plopped it out of his mouth. That right there. Nope, we're going to ignore it. Nope, we're going to ignore it. So you can practice this with the shoes, the stuff outside, but put him on a slip lead and putting it underneath you or behind you where he is going to try to grab it. And when he does, you're just going to pull that leash a little bit, until he drops it. Then guess good boy. Now, I'm not giving him treats for this. I'm just go boy, pet, pet. So I give him a little nose rub or I give him a little verbal to help it. Now, right here, you're going to see demand barking. I think it's right here. It's maybe a little bit, yeah, right here. He is full on pissed at me. I actually had a staff member go, "Is he okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's just frustrated." This I was really digging because I haven't really had him demand bark in such a capacity in the lobby with me. So this is where when you're at home and he's demand barking while you're working from home, neutrality, nope, we're gonna lay down. So that's where I'm just kind of giving him no's and ignoring it and then asking him for a down instead. If you don't have the capacity for this, putting him in the kennel, moving him to another spot, totally okay. But this was amazing because once he settled, he got a reward and we got to walk away.